Welcome to Read the Tui.
Who are you?
I'm an elf. E is for elf.
What are we reading today?
Today we'll be reading the legendary Legolas shooting down the dangerous dragon.
No. We're reading The Littlest Elf.
Written by Brandi, Dougherty and illustrated by Kirsten Richards.
Let's
read.
The Littlest Elf. Oliver was an elf. He lived with his family in the North Pole. There were many elves in Santa's village, but Oliver was the littlest one.
小朋友，你知道 littlest 是什么意思吗？
我知道 Littlest 就是最大的意思。
Littlest 是最小的意思。
It was Christmas time, and Oliver was excited. This year, he would discover his special job at one of Santa's workshops. He just needed to visit each shop to see which one was the right fit. At the toy workshop where his mom worked, Oliver tried to make cuddly teddy bears.
小朋友，你知道 cuddly 是什么意思吗？
Cuddly 就是很可爱的，很想让人抱得紧紧的意思。
But he got lost in the huge stuffing pile. Oliver, an elf asked. Oliver's mom said, I think you are too little for the toy workshop. Why don't you try helping your dad at the bicycle workshop instead?
Oliver 实在太小了，玩具工厂不适合他。
接下来他要去制作脚踏车的地方。
So Oliver went to Santa's bicycle workshop. I'm ready to help, he said. Oliver watched as the elves added wheels and seats and handlebars and bells.
小朋友，你知道什么是 wheels 吗？
我知道 Wheels 就是脚踏车的坐垫咯。
Wheels 是脚踏车的车轮。
But the tools were very big for Oliver's little hands. Maybe baking is your special job, Oliver's dad told him. You should visit your brother at the bakery next.
Oliver 的手太小了，抓不住做脚踏车的工具。
所以接下来他要去烘焙坊，去制作面包蛋糕的地方。
Off Oliver went to the bakery. These elves make sugar plum cookies and candy cane squares. But when Oliver tried to stir the cookie dough, Oliver, look out! One of the elves shouted. He fell into a giant mixing bowl. Sorry, Ollie, his brother said. You are too little for the bakery. Maybe your special job is at the bookmaker's shop.
Oliver 还是太小了，不适合做蛋糕或面包。
所以接下来他会去制作书本的地方，希望他能够找到适合他的工作。
Oliver arrived at the last of Santa's workshops where his sister worked. The bookmakers there wrote amazing stories and drew wonderful pictures. Can I help? Oliver asked. Of course, the elves replied. But the ink pot was kind of tough to reach and the stack of paper was very tall. Oh, Ollie! His sister cried. Bookmaking was harder and messier than it looked.
Oliver 还是太小了。
所以接下来小 Oliver 要怎么办呢？
Oliver wandered through the North Pole. He was sad. Oliver knew there had to be one special job he could do even if he was little. Then he heard the sound of hooves clattering at the stables. Inside, a herd of reindeer had gathered to meet Dot, the new reindeer. She was little, just like Oliver.
小朋友，你知道什么是 reindeer 吗？
我知道 ，reindeer 是圣诞老人的麋鹿。
Dot was very excited to help fly Santa's sleigh. She practiced for the big night by jumping and hopping and leaping, but she could not fly. The reindeer's mama gave her a gentle kiss. Dot was still too little.
小朋友，你知道 gentle 是什么意思吗？
我知道 ，gentle 就是温柔的意思。A gentle kiss.
Dot looked very sad. Oliver wanted to cheer her up. He dug in his pockets to find a treat for Dot, but instead, he found little trinkets from each workshop he had visited. Just then, he had an idea. Oliver and Dot used the tiny treasures to make ornaments, cards, and fun decorations for all the hardworking elves in the village.
小朋友，你知道什么是 ornaments 吗？
我知道 ，ornaments 就是卡片的意思。
Ornaments 是吊在圣诞树上的小吊饰。
哦。
The littlest elf and the littlest reindeer filled a sleigh with their Christmas treats. They delivered the presents to all the workshops. The elves loved their special gifts. Soon, Santa came to see what all the fuss was about. He watched as Oliver and Dot made everyone smile. Suddenly, Santa had an idea. Oliver and Dot, he said, with your big hearts and great Christmas cheer, won't you be my very important helpers this year?
太棒了！他们要帮圣诞老人送礼物喽！
Oliver and Dot had found their special job after all. But more important, they had each found a special friend.